Did I ever tell y'all that I don't enjoy recruiting in college football? Heck, I don't enjoy recruiting at all in college sports. I know I told y'all that, right? I know I did, but I'm going to remind you that I did, and I'm going to remind you of why I don't like recruiting, and we're going to jump right in on this. But in this case, it's good news potentially. At the same time, I still don't like it. Let's jump on in this topic right here. Hit the intro. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to both of our channels, Come On Now Podcast, and our newest platform, Hurricanes Unfiltered Standalone. I want to grow that so that it's built and ready to rock by the time we get to Hurricane football season. So do me a favor. If you subscribe to Come On Now, the podcast, go right there on the bottom. You'll see the name Hurricanes Unfiltered. Tell you about subscribing. It'll open up the one for Hurricanes Unfiltered. So please go subscribe over there as well, man. I appreciate it. Let's jump in on this topic right here. About a week ago, Mark Matthews, 5-star offensive tackle, best offensive tackle in the country, considered a surefire first-round draft pick in 3 years in the NFL. There was a flip of the crystal ball by Steve Wiltfong, and Steve Wiltfong flipped him over to Texas A&M. Well, apparently, things have been changing because that is how things work in the dynamic and the world of recruiting with high school football players. From one day to the next, it's like the weather, they change their minds for whatever reason there might be. And this is why I despise recruiting, but at the same time, it's what you have to do. And so you make a video or you write an article or you do whatever on a player who says one thing, and a week later, we got another story coming on. And that was a question I did ask last week in my video. I said, just because he commits or potentially commits to Texas A&M, does that mean you stop recruiting him? And the answer to me is an emphatic no. You never stop recruiting him. You try to change his mind because at the end of the day, guys flip constantly. So last week, it's been said that he got a visit. He got a visit from Miami staff, and will be his pushing back his decision making on when he will commit, whether it'll be whether it's wherever he would commit to. It's said that now he is going to be pushing back that decision. Now, for the Miami Hurricanes, that's obviously a massive dose of great news. He's also scheduled an official visit to Miami on May 29th. So that's obviously incredible news because that means that he's still clearly looking at Miami. He ranked as the number 5 overall player, number 1 player in Florida. He has offers as from 41 schools, and I'm sure plenty more that want to, but no, they have no shot, so they don't waste their time, I guess. However, this is a great, great, great situation when it comes to Mark Matthews. Alex Mirabal is an elite offensive line coach. The Miami Hurricanes can absolutely ill afford to lose Mark Matthews because this is the type of situation in which you don't want to lose that dude. Like, you just don't want to lose that dude. That is the type of dude that Miami has lost for some time in these recruiting wars when we weren't, the best team in when we weren't where we are now. So apparently, he says that he said to to On3 taking my official visits, and when I make the decision, and then I'll make my decision. I thought about making the decision soon, but I want to take my official visits, look at every campus, and see what every school has to offer. I just talked to my family and my people. Miami will get an off visit on the 20th of May. The Hurricanes hosted Matthews for obviously in the spring practice, and it was Alex Mirabal that made the in-home visit with Matthews last week. Matthews said it went great. I love Coach Mirabal. He's a great coach. He wants to coach me. He's just a great coach. Man, that's emphatic, right? He wants to teach me and make me better and help me get to the first round. Mario Cristobal has also been personally involved. He's the same message from Coach Cristobal. He wants to make me better at football. He wants me to stay home and put on for the crib. He's a great coach. He's an O-line coach. I went to practice, and he was working with the guys. That showed me a lot. Now, he says that the in-home visit had nothing to do with him pushing back his timeline, but I mean, I'll be real. I'll call BS on that one because there's no other reason that you would push back your timeline if you were going to select a school, this week or next week. And I do believe that more than likely the way, that crystal ball was probably accurate in that he was probably going to be choosing Texas A&M because otherwise, why are you pushing back, why are you pushing back a decision to now take official visits? Well, there's reasons for that. One reason is that Miami has been saying out loud publicly that if you commit to Miami, you can't we don't want you taking any more official visits because that shows that you're not 100% on board with Miami. And I understand that thought process. I've always believed that personally, which was why I always wondered why guys made commitments prior to taking official visits. Even going back to when I was covering recruiting constantly, I never understood why a guy would make a commitment until he took all of his official visits, because then you don't have anything tying you to any program. Like if you've committed and you're going on 5 visits, well, now they're there trying to convince you and change your mind. And realistically, you'll probably spend most of the visits lying to people because more often than not, you're not changing your mind. A lot more often than not, you're not changing your mind. But there are tons of players that obviously do. Miami's right by my family. People in the street tell me to go to Miami. Of course we do. We're from South Florida. We're Hurricane fans. It's a blessing to have this opportunity. Also, just the coaching staff, the O-line staff is amazing. Mirabal knows what he's doing. He's put numerous guys in the first round. It shows it's a good O-line school. Hell, we just had 3 dudes drafted. I mean, we just had 3 dudes drafted, one in the first round, one in the third round, one in the 6th round. That's pretty impressive for an offensive line. And another one got as a UDFA, and other one is still in school. So from last year's offensive line. When asked to compare Miami A&M, Matthews had this to say: just the conference they play in is the difference. I love both staffs. They both have weight rooms. There's nothing else. Just seeing which coaching staff I connect with more. I don't care about depth chart. I know I can go in and compete to play. If I'm ready to start, I'll start. If not, I'll work my butt off to start. Just getting better is on my mind. Again, this is on 3 Kane Sport. So check out Kane Sport. I know they're competitive inside the U247, but hey, give credit where it's due. That's where you can find this article. Now, here's the question. And here's my commentary on this. The SEC, the SEC ACC debate. The SEC's flaw. It's fraud and flaw. Like, I'm keeping it real. The SEC, the marketing of the SEC has made people truly believe this conference is above and beyond anything. And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. The SEC, Miami played Florida, blew them out. Ole Miss, beat them. Let them stick around, but beat them. Texas A&M, beat them on the road. So the school that Miami just beat is the school that you're looking at for the SEC. I mean, the bag must be huge at Texas A&M. And I'm sure the Miami Hurricanes need to up their bag too, possibly, because this guy is that dude. I mean, you're going to have a possibility of having Jackson Cantwell on one side and Mark Matthews on the other, and you're going to have them there for both at least 2 years together. That's a significant offensive line because Cantwell he'll turn pro after his junior year more than likely as well. So, you know, to have 2 years with offensive tackles of that level, it's significant. It's very, very, very significant. Miami's got to win this war. And I'll tell you what, Miami's got to win the war for that Olu guy as well. I'm not even trying to pronounce his last name. They need to win the war for him too. That's when you truly stamp your shit on dominance. I'm taking them. I'm getting them both. We're gonna get them both. One way or the other, we're gonna get them both. Does that happen? I don't know. But that to me is when you really hit that level of, yo, we're the shit and you ain't shit. So I know what I've been told about Miami with him. And of course, these are kids. They change their minds all the time. So nothing ever surprises me. But at the end of the day, wherever he goes is where he goes. However, to hear that he has now had a pushback in his date of commitment. So he's going to take his visit on the 29th, which means he won't be committing anywhere probably till the summertime. Don't know when, but it definitely bodes well for the Miami Hurricanes. I wonder what the crystal ball looks like right now. If it still says Texas A&M, it still does. It still does. But this is significant, in my opinion. It is significant, and it's something to watch out for. And obviously exciting because we want to keep our hometown guys at home. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, hype it, comment. I need the comments, man. Hit the comments, hit the likes, all that. I need that commentary in the video, man. Help build this channel up. It helps in the algorithm, man. I appreciate y'all. As always, Hurricanes Unfiltered. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.